So I typically try and show games that are, I guess, more for that have more meta decks in them to try and help to try and show players, mainly new players, kind of what's out there and what they should expect when they get to their first tournament or just a tournament. But this time I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm still playing a meta deck, Darkrai Hydreigon, but I'm going to be playing against a non-meta deck. But the fact that I actually saved this video, it's a deck that I really had to work a little bit to beat. So I thought it was a clever idea and a good use of cards. So this is his Cincinno deck. You can see the Cincinno right there. He mulligans twice, unfortunately. But it's the ability Cincinno with Smooth Coat. Basically, the ability says if your opponent tries to attack, you flip a coin. And I believe heads it goes through, tails it doesn't. I could have that backwards. But, I mean, really, it gives you a 50-50 shot of something going through. If you don't hit it right, you're not attacking. So, unfortunately, this cannot be combined with the Victini with the flipping ability, because Victini with the flipping ability only does reflips for attacks, not for abilities. It'd be great. That'd be a great pair if this actually, if Victini just said flip for whatever, but unfortunately it doesn't. Anyways, we've already started the game. I start with a Sableye. He starts with a Eevee. I did see the Jolteon from Mulligan. Also saw Raichu. So I know this isn't, like the best deck ever. But like I said, obviously because this match did last 20 minutes. I definitely had to work at it to try and knock this deck out. So I thought it was worth featuring, and I figured there's probably a lot of you that are kind of sick of seeing the same decks being played over and over and over again. So I thought I'd go ahead and give this a shot. This is also an older video, so, I haven't updated it with boundaries, it didn't have boundaries crossed in this set yet, so, just kind of something to keep in mind. Anyways, I suppose I should narrate more of the game. So I've attached a Sableye with an Eviolite. I've gone for a Deano. I end after capturing up his Minccino. And I decide not to play the second Sableye, and looks like I'm going to go for a Dark Patch and another Level Ball. So I've got the candy in hand. I just don't have a Ultra Ball to search out the Hydreigon. So that's my only downside right now. He evolves to Jolteon on the bench, and well, so much for my Junk Hunt. I get End. So well, I actually get End kind of into a better hand. He plays a catcher to bring up my Deano, but I have Hydreigon next turn. So I'm feeling really good, and I'm going to be able to Bianca for 6 if I, or maybe even 5, depending on what I am able to draw. So he actually, he evolves into Cincinno, but does not have the energy to attach. So I see that candy in hand, I see that Ultra Ball, that's the combo I need. I'm going to use my Ultra Ball, throwing out the... I should throw out the Dark and the Communication, but I decided to throw out the Eviolite for some reason. I could have just used that Dark Patch to attach a Dark, but I figured I guess maybe since there's already a Dark in my discard pile, I can go ahead and attach that instead. Yeah, but had I done it the other way around, well, I mean, it goes to the same thing. I'm still able to Bianca for 6, so, that's alright. I have the Heavy Ball in so I can search out Hydreigon, but now I've got my Hydreigon. What I need right now is a Darkrai. And I don't have a Darkrai, so, I'm gonna go ahead and Level Ball for another Deano. And without that Darkrai, I don't have my free retreat either. Put out another Sableye. That Revive, the thought of the Revive is because I don't actually have the third Darkrai, or the 3 Darkrai in this deck. So, yeah, it's kind of a modified deck. Later, you're actually probably... Some of my games I think I've already posted. I did have newer decks that had all 3 Darkrai. I tend to play a lot of games and then go back later, and when I have a day that I don't have anything to really upload, I go through and pick out a deck or a battle video to show. So, awesome. I top into the Darkrai. And, now he's got that Cincinno in play, so, or not Cincinno, but the Cincinno has now got a DCE, so he's going to be attacking soon. Not good, and he's got that ability up, so that's the big thing is, will I be able to hit him? I go ahead and random receiver for an N, it's perfect, and get a full 6 card hand. Yeah, again, this is another flaw of this early deck. Actually, I don't even have a third Hydreigon in my newer decks. I just haven't traded for one. I probably should do that. But I don't, and that's alright. So, yeah, but I have the bad Hydreigon in here. I don't think I've ever really used it, but, actually, I might actually have used it in this game. That might be why I actually am featuring this, because I actually get to use the different Hydreigon. So, I flip well, or he flips well, I forget who flips, and the Cincinno goes down, but there's another Minccino on the bench. So, yeah. Promotes a Jolteon, and I don't know what Jolteon does. He's got 2 energy attached to it, a Pikachu. Is that a Pikachu on the bench? Yeah, that's what I end up sniping for 30 with my Night Spear. Was the Pikachu. And looks like is that a DCE already attached to Minccino? So, he's just kind of waiting for a little bit here. I'm not quite sure what he's really deciding on doing, and he's going to hit me for 20. And I don't know what the other effects of the attack were. I think it said something about, potentially discarding, but he didn't discard anything, I didn't discard anything, so I'm not quite sure. But anyways, it's my turn, and gonna attach the blend. Can't really decide if I want a Juniper. I mean, I'm really not losing much. I do decide a Juniper. I really didn't need to, but better than, you know, keeping my options open. So, I'm gonna go and play the Mewtwo, and there's really not much else to do. There's no reason to play Level Ball, so I'm gonna go ahead and Night Spear, knock out the Jolteon, and knock out the Pikachu in one shot too. So yeah, you're probably thinking, this isn't a very good game, it's just a slaughter. But yeah, if you look at the time, we still have 13 minutes left of the video, even though I've already taken my first 3 prizes in the first 7. So, you know something's gonna happen. And if I remember right, I believe it's a nice Cincinno stall. So, yep, there's the Cincinno. And playing a Super Rod to probably get back another Cincinno line. Yep, there's a Cincinno. Echoed Voice is also interesting. The more you use it, the harder it hits for, pretty much. Looked like Cincinno, Lightning, and a Minccino. Hits me for 50. Next turn is going to hit me for 100, and I'll be with a plus power. Plus power will knock me out. Yeah, I've got 70 on me right now, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Gonna go ahead and attach a Dark, and yeah, there's no reason for me to use my ends. I'll bring myself down to 3, and he flips a heads. So, yeah, had he flipped a tails, the game would have been mine. But no such luck. And, here we go with the fun. So, level balls, probably for a Minccino. Yep. Get the Minccino in play. Now, I will be able to do some damage sniping it next turn. But that's about it. So, plays an Elm. And yes, Elm has been rotated out, but, you know, obviously this is a not, like, extremely competitive deck, so no big deal that he's using cards that have already been rotated out. And he hits me for 100 with that Echoed Voice. So, really hoping I was going to be able to hit a Max Potion, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, I don't want to lose my Darkrai. I really don't. But I'm going to retreat back to Sableye, interestingly enough. And looks like I decide to Junk Hunt for, Maybe I thought I'd already put a max potion in the discard pile, and so I was hoping to pull one out. Should have probably checked my discard pile before that, but looks like I'm going for a catcher and a dark patch. So, I'm thinking maybe I can like catcher around the Minccino, or the Cincinno, but there he evolves to another one. So, yeah, the catcher, theory or whatever really isn't going to work, and he uses his own catcher, and that's going to knock out my Darkrai after he Junipers him. So yeah, that's going to hurt because I don't have that revive in my hand anymore. In fact, I think I had a Juniper the revive, so that's actually really not good. He plays another Super Rod, gets back a Jolteon line and an Electric Energy, and then knocks out my Darkrai. Yuck. Actually, oops, sorry, when I'm watching this video doing the audio on it, I had something pop up, so minimize that. Alright, so, I really don't know why I catcher it up. Yeah, I actually have no idea why I just wasted a catcher. Maybe my thought is that I just burn cards and I can end into something better. A Super Rod, something like that. And no such luck. So, checking my discard pile to see what I could use, and that revive is in there. So I need to junk hunt to get that revive back. And probably a dark patch as well to get some energy onto that Darkrai. So I did hit junk hunt, didn't I? Or did I decide maybe something else? No, maybe not. Yeah, junk hunt. And there's the revive. And the dark patch. So, unless he ends me again, which he's end me at least once. So, if he runs, he probably runs 4 ends. So I'm still at a risk of being end to 3 and losing that revive and dark patch. But oh well. Now, that is the reason why I captured it up. Because capturing it up resets Echoed Voice, because it's a different Pokemon. Even it's the same Pokemon, but a different Pokemon, if that makes any sense. So, that way my Sableye would not be knocked out, and we wouldn't be tied on prizes. Now I hit the max potion, which is great. Yeah, and I messed up there. I need to actually Dark Trans that. I actually used the max potion on the Sableye. Interesting. I don't really know why. Would have been better to save it for an EX. Oh, I want a junk hunt again. I guess I want to catcher up that Jolteon, maybe? And max potion again. But he's gonna, his Echoed Voice, is up to 100 now, so he's gonna knock out my Sableye. I guess my thought is... So there really wasn't any point of using the max potion, so that was just a misplay. I could have gotten something else useful back from that. So he knocks out the Sableye, and time to promote the Darkrai. We are actually tied on prizes now, so this is why I posted this game. It's, what you would not think would be a great deck, and using the Sableye rather than just trying for damage may not have been the best, but we'll see. So I bring up his other Cincinno again to reset Echoed Voice, and Dark Trans the energy onto the Darkrai. And no, don't end. Keep that max potion in your hand. Yeah, there we go. Night Spear, and he flips heads. So, not good. I choose the other Cincinno, and he flips heads again. So that was, and that's the whole point of this deck. That's what this deck does, is hope it flips heads, and hope that you just can't touch it. And it worked. Double head flip, ouch. So he retreats back to the other Cincinno. Was that a retreat? I don't know why. the echoed voice, if he did, the echoed voice would restart, so I probably just missaw that. It wasn't a true retreat. While he's deciding what he wants to do, I'm just kind of checking out his cards, and yeah, he couldn't have retreated. So he hits me for 100. Glad I kept that max potion in my hand, because, yeah, now I'm going to try a different strategy. We're going to try Hydreigon. I'm going to be spreading damage. I'm at least going to be hitting that Jolteon. If I can't hit those Cincinnos, I want to hit that Jolteon. There's nothing to prevent me from doing that, so why not? And go ahead and use the max potion on that Darkrai. Checking the discard pile. Got a nice good amount of dark energy in there. So let's go ahead and... what do I want back? I might just go for 3 straight dark. The only other thing in there is Sableye. There's really no reason to get a Sableye. I've got one on the bench. I'm not gonna lose 2 more. So go for all dark energy. And I'm almost tempted to burn the heavy ball. Probably should have burned the heavy ball. I just failed it. I'm not gonna need another Hydreigon line. But I do hit a dark patch, which is nice to get the extra dark energy onto the field. And more importantly, I hit another max potion, so I'm not going to go anywhere for a long time. I do go ahead and level ball, and just more to burn it for no other, reason. I should pull his Wellis out, but instead I actually fail it, so not the best move. Again, just a small misplay. And I need to move 1 more energy up to that Hydreigon to be able to start doing some damage. So Berserker Blade does 60 and then 40 to 2 others. So he hits tails, yes, on the first Cincinno, hits heads on the second Cincinno, and hits the Jolteon for 40. So, yeah. And then he benches a Pikachu, which I have no clue why he's benching Pokemon that are not the ability ones. That's really his shot. Right now I'm spreading damage between 3. I'm not even going to bother to hit the other Cincinno when I could just hit the Pikachu instead. There's really no point. So he hits me for 100, and checking out the Pikachu. Check the cards on my deck, 17. I go ahead and play the random receiver, see what I get. Yeah, a Bianca or a Juniper. I could still safely draw quite a few cards left from my deck without anything coming from it. Yep, pull a Bianca, so that's nice. And now we're going to Dark Trance all that energy off of Hydreigon and be able to take away that nice 100 damage he just dealt me. That is, playing against this deck is one of the most frustrating things, is that just working hard to put the damage on and then just seeing it all go away. And now, a nice Bianca for 6. Now what I could do is I could catch her up the other Cincinno and restart the echoed voice. I may not want to do that, because if I can hit the tails on the active Cincinno, that knocks it out. Yeah, and then all I have to do is just snipe I don't even have to worry about the other Cincinno. I can just snipe the Pikachu and the Jolteon with Berserker Blade, and I have the game. Those will be my last 3 prizes. So, it looks like I am actually going for an immediate prize now. I'm going for the Pikachu now, to be able just to knock it out in one go. I don't know why I didn't go for the Jolteon. It would knock that one out too. And I went for one of the Cincinnos, which it hit tails, knocked it out. And I earned my 50th knockout achievement. Woohoo! So, knock out the Pikachu, knock out the Cincinno, and where did I put the rest of... Yeah, I put the other 40 damage on the Jolteon. Jolteon's going to be knocked out next turn. He heals it for 30, so... that still puts him at 50. Yeah, I can still hit him for 90 unless he has another potion. Whatever he does, I can still hit him with Berserker Blade. He's got no way to one-shot that Hydreigon. So, yeah, this is a reason why I posted this deck. This is me actually getting to use the bad Hydreigon. Who would have thunk it? And then he plays a nice trick. He ends me. So, he's going to end me down to 1 card. And... I don't really know what he... Yeah, so... He brings up the Cincinno. I still have the game. That Jolteon has way too much damage on it, and funny enough, I pulled another max potion. So, yeah, it wouldn't even mattered. All that damage would have been going away. So, use my final Berserker Blade, hit heads, so I don't hit the Cincinno, but that doesn't really matter. Hit the Jolteon. Cincinno, point of this video, Cincinno is a really cool deck idea. Had this guy focus more around the Cincinno, I think it would have worked out really well. But I still think it was a really cool video to post. Just show something a little different, and hey, I got to use my different Darkrai. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for tomorrow, which is a featured Friday day. So, I've got a new card coming up that I've just added to my collection.